From the highlands of Ethiopia, the mighty Abai flows, a river of life, heritage, and hope. Known to the world as the Blue Nile, it carries not only water but history, identity, and the promise of energy for millions. A river of history and power, known as the Blue Nile, it has nourished civilizations for millennia, and today it carries a new promise, the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. The Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam is not a water-consumptive project. It does not divert or diminish the river. It simply generates clean, renewable electricity, power for Ethiopia, power for the region.
It is a symbol of national pride, for Africa. It is a path of national development. It is an Ethiopian gift to the African continent. It is a solidarity that Africa needs. It will relieve Ethiopia, of course, from energy shortage that is up, but it's also going to support several African countries like Sudan, and Kenya, and Somalia, and all those close countries. And incidentally, Egypt, who has been opposed to this dam for many years, will have a consistent stream of water flowing to Egypt because of the kind of Egypt is in a lower riparian area. And so there is a lot of evaporation taking place with the Aswan Dam. And so this will allow consistent flow of water, and all the problem that is happening in the lower part of Sudan will vanish, because there is going to be clear stream of water going down.
A project of development, not destruction. It simply generates clean electricity, enough to power industries, homes, and dreams. A project of progress built entirely by Ethiopians, for Ethiopia and Africa. Yet, despite this truth, Egypt has launched a relentless campaign. By framing the GERD as an existential threat, Cairo has mobilized the Arab League against Ethiopia.
The Nile begins from Lake Victoria and begin from Ethiopian island. But we cannot take a natural resource we have and say, this is mine, you are not going to have any. We need to have thorough understanding how that natural resource is going to be shared across Africa and respected. And therefore, the issue that Egypt will suffer because of the Renaissance Dam does not make sense right now, because it's not happening. We have evidence right now that shut down all those arguments. And so Africa coming together in the most meaningful way.
Turning a development project into a political weapon. This is not about water security, but about narrative control. Through false narration, Cairo portrays the GERD as a threat, not just to itself, but to the entire Arab League. By exporting fear, it seeks to isolate Ethiopia and to control the conversation. For centuries, the Abai has been part of Africa's story, but today it is being pulled into a false Arab identity, Arabized in discourse to justify claims of ownership. This deliberate narrative seeks to erase Ethiopia's rightful role as the cradle and guardian of the river. This campaign is more than politics. It is an attempt to Arabize the Abai, to strip it of its African identity and rewrite its story. The truth is simple. The Abai originates in Ethiopia. It is an African river. Its destiny cannot be dictated by false claims. Ethiopians have faced enormous challenges to build this dam: sanctions, propaganda, diplomatic pressure. Yet, through sacrifice and collective will, they made history. GERD is not just a dam, it is a symbol of sovereignty, dignity, and Africa's right to development. Against all odds, Ethiopians stood together. Farmers, students, workers, every citizen contributed to the dam. Despite pressure, despite propaganda, Ethiopia built the GERD with unity and sacrifice. It is not just a dam, but a symbol of sovereignty and dignity. The Abai does not belong to one state or one league. It belongs to its people, to Africa, and to future generations. No false narratives can change that truth.